So how would you like to be able to double, triple, or even quadruple your income without actually doing any more work? Well, if that's what you're looking for, then you're in the perfect place. I'm Adrienne with Build a Life by Design, and today I'm going to walk you through why a value ladder might be the missing link that can help you to dramatically increase your income without actually doing that much more work. So I'm going to fill you in on the basics of what it is, and then I'm going to explain why you need it and how it can actually help you to grow your income without doing any more work, assuming that you're using some very basic automation software in your business. So let's jump right into it. So a value ladder is simply a systematic progression of your offerings laid out in increasing price, right? So you might have a free offer that draws someone in and helps them get to know you a little bit, get on your email list. And then you might offer them, say, inexpensive $10 training, or a $50 item or a $100 item, all the way up to multiple thousands of dollars if they're getting more and more and more value through those offers. So the first principle is that it has to be progressing in value at the same time that it progresses in price. You can't charge someone a lot of money for something that's not worth a lot. So they do have to go together. As the value goes up, the price goes up. Now, the magic of how a value ladder works is that it makes sure that you have a mix of offerings that can actually earn you some real money, and it can give your audience more of what they're looking for. So let's jump into the 4 reasons why you need a value ladder in your business. So just like we alluded to a minute ago, reason number 1 is that your audience is going to have a mix of needs. Some people are very visual and they're going to need to read something or watch a video. Some people are very auditory, so they're going to need to listen to something. Some people are going to need to have something they can hold in their hands to read and take in some information. I mean, everyone is different. And some people are going to actually want some of your personal time to help explain a concept to them or give them some one-on-one time or attention. And other people are just going to be more comfortable with something they can read or watch on their own, and they actually don't want any interaction. So if you're truly putting customer service at the heart of everything you do, you're going to want to make sure that you have a mix, a full range of offerings to meet the needs that your audience has. And if you're a smart business owner, you're going to make sure that that full mix will land nicely in the progression of a value ladder, so that as they're getting higher and higher value, you're also able to charge higher and higher prices for what they're offering. Now, one thing that you might be wondering, hey, I just rep another company or I rep a brand. How do I, the value ladder is what it is. I can't impact that, which is true. But you can look at their mix of offerings and you can clearly see the ones that are higher and higher cost. And they should, in theory, also offer a higher and higher value. And so all you need to do is be prepared to offer them to people in a progressive order. So you're not going to offer someone who came in at a free consult a $1,000 item. No. You might offer them a $10 item and then a $50 item and then a $100 item, right? And if they are enjoying the value they got on the previous step, they're more likely to want to try the value on the next step. So you just need a strategic plan to walk them through the steps of your ladder. So even though you may not have control over the mix of offerings, if you're repping another company or brand, you can put some controls around how and when you offer those different steps to your audience. Reason number 2 that you need a value ladder is that your time and your knowledge is valuable, right? And of course, you want to be compensated for what you're putting out there. So the more and more time you're putting into something, or the more and more knowledge or value or information you're providing to someone, or the more customer service you're giving to someone, in theory, the more you should be able to charge for it and the more you should earn for it. So let's say that you're a digital course creator. If you're giving someone a super simple course that's only 5 videos long, maybe it costs $10 and it's just enough to get them in the door. That's probably going to take you only a couple hours to make and you're done. Versus if you're creating a modulated course that has a dozen or more modules and each module has a dozen videos, obviously, it's going to take you a lot more time to create. There's a lot more work that's going to go into the research behind each of those videos and, maybe the screen sharing tutorials, whatever it is that you're teaching. If you're putting a lot more time into it and they're getting a lot more value out of it, you should be able to charge more for that product. And that's an important part of building out your full portfolio. Also, if you're wanting to build a business because you're wanting to create time freedom, make sure that you're charging more for the things that do take more of your time to do, right? It's only fair as a business owner that you should be able to do that. And as long as your customers are receiving value from what they're giving them, they're going to be happy to continue on progressing up your value ladder. So reason number 3 that you need a value ladder is that it opens up a full range of income for your business. So just imagine if you were only selling one item and it was $10. If you had a goal to earn $1,000 a month, you're having to sell a lot of that item, right? And if you're spending a lot of time, manually networking, for example, that's a lot of time to get the amount of sales you need. And if you're automating more and maybe you're putting some ad spend against it, you're probably barely going to break even on your ad spend in order to get the number of sales you need, and you're still not going to hit that income goal. Versus if you have offers that range from $10 to $100 to $500 to $1,000, it only takes 2 of those $500 orders to hit your goal, or $1,000 order to hit your goal. You're not forced to just constantly be selling. You're able to just put your offers out there, and the people who are ready will grab the higher ticket offers, right? As long as you're explaining them well and showing them what they'll get. If they're in that place where maybe it's worth it to them to have a modulated course that's more expensive, maybe it's worth it to them to have more of your personal time to explain a concept, they're going to be happy that you offered it, because who knows, they might be thinking, God, I wish I could just have an hour of their time. If I just had that, I think I'd be ready to go. Well, if on the next screen you offer that to them, they're going to go, thank the Lord, that's exactly what I needed, and they're going to hit the purchase button. So don't assume that a price that you wouldn't pay is the price that other people wouldn't pay. You never know what's valuable to them. You never know what they're looking for. And all you have to do is provide a mix of offers and trust that the people who want it will grab it. And the people who don't, won't. And that's okay. Your job is only to provide the right mix and to let them decide. And finally, reason number 4 that you need a value ladder, it's going to help you to reach your goals faster and easier, right? The same thing we talked about before. Do you want to be stuck having to make hundreds of sales a month? Or do you want a situation that could potentially open up where you really only need to make 1 sale a month to hit your income goals? Well, if you are tapping into a healthy supply of traffic and it's all just a numbers game, putting a mix of offerings out there with a mix of costs is always going to earn you more money than putting one offer with one price point. So not only are you providing better customer service, you're also earning more money, opening up more time freedom, and just opening up a full range of possibilities for both your customers and yourself. You're actually doing your customers a disservice by not offering a fully built value ladder. And you're doing your business a disservice by not having a fully built value ladder to make sure that you have the range of income potential coming in. And so when I said before, if you had one, you could actually 2, 3, or 4x your income without doing that much more work. Here's the trick to how that works. If you're using sales funnels, which does require some software to do, what you can do is when someone does make an introductory purchase at the bottom of your value ladder, or maybe opts in for a free offer, you can progressively offer them other things on your value ladder to see where their appetite is. Who knows, maybe they've been praying for whatever is on step 3 of your value ladder, and when they see it, they're going to be thanking God that they finally found what they were looking for. You just don't know. So your job is simply to make the offers. Well, they come in on that lower point of the value ladder, and as you make them subsequent offers, if it's all done through sales funnels and it's automated, you're not doing any extra work, right? Maybe it's happening through an automated email sequence. Or maybe it's happening through an automated series of web pages where on the bottom of each one, they simply click, go on to step 2, move on to step 3, etc. That can be done with automation. With a click of a button, they're on to the next step. You're not personally getting involved. Or with a pre-scheduled email sequence, over the course of 5 days, they're going to be offered each of the 5 steps on your value ladder. You're not doing any extra work. You only created that email sequence once, but it's going to run for anyone who opts into your email. So you're not doing extra work. You did the work once, but you can continue to get higher and higher sales that are made on that value ladder by setting up the automation from the beginning. See how that works? You can do the work once and simply offer people what they may have been hoping and praying for anyway, and serve them better and serve your own business better. So if you love the idea of this value ladder, you've never heard of it, you're super curious how to build one out, and you're like really excited and jazzed up about this, I totally get it. For a short time, if you click the link in the description, click on the title heading and it'll open up a whole bunch of links on YouTube anyway. You can click on those links and they will actually take you to a 15-day business builder challenge. It's only $7, okay? So super, super cheap, nothing to get hung up about. But what they'll help you to do is build out your full business plan, part of which is that value ladder. Another part of it is the automation that helps to make sure that you're making those extra sales without doing 10 times more work, right? There's also some other helpful parts as well. But today I really wanted to zoom in on the value ladder piece because I think this is a huge part of what most people miss. And it can be applied to any business model. Affiliate marketing, network marketing, course creation, coaching, consulting, you name it. You can put virtually any value ladder on automation and simply offer it up to people in a scheduled sequence. And like I said, you never know, they may have been praying for exactly what you offered, and you are actually doing them a huge favor by offering it to them. So grab the link in the description, check it out for $7, build out that business plan, take your business to the next level, figure out that value ladder, and let me know below if you're jazzed about this, if you're going to build out your value ladder, what kind of ideas you have in your head about what's on the ladder, what does that progression look like. I would love to hear how you're actually implementing against this. I'm Adrienne with Build a Life by Design. I help people to build six-figure incomes from home by giving them the right tips, tricks, and tools to help them do that. So the value ladder is a perfect example of one little piece of that puzzle. If you are interested in building out the full puzzle, in getting more time freedom in your life so you're not locked into that 9-to-5 box, work, eat, sleep, repeat, right? If you're made for more, but you just need to learn the skills to help you get there, that's what I'm here for. If you click the title of this video, a menu of links will pop up, one of which is a button to subscribe, or you can wait for my logo to pop up over here and you can simply tap it to subscribe there as well. And as always, the next video will pop up over here, and I queue them up in a specific sequence that's going to be perfectly suited to walk you through a nice progression. So be sure to stick around for that as well. And I'll see you guys next time around. Bye.